people ask me how you get into the straddle split or how you get into the splits, because it's difficult just to fall down into it. So I'm going to show you like ways that you can train yourself to actually get into them in an easy way. Alright? You want to really get your hips to open up, because if your hips don't open up, then you won't get that full range of split. So for the straddle split, what I usually do to warm up myself for it and to train myself to get into it, I usually, if you can, you want to get your legs here, but you want to get your foot coming outwards, then get the other foot going outwards. If you can't get it fully open like this, try to get at least here. Alright? You want to get it fully open all the way out, just like this. And then what you want to do, you want to use your elbows, kind of push your hips going backwards, and then you want to kind of sit up and push yourself going forward. So you want to push out your hips, push it going backwards, and then push forward. Alright, so this is where you want to come here. You can practice this. You can come down, hold it like this, rock side to side, get your hips open up. Next thing you can do, you can, that same, when your legs open up like that, you can come here, put your foot just like this. It's a little harder, and you want to come down just like this. But you want to leave that foot pointing that direction. You want to come down and put all the weight going backwards onto your hip. This forces your hip to open up when you have your foot going that direction. If you bring your foot in, your hips are coming back in. But you want to train the hips to open up. So you basically turn the foot pointing, going that direction. It's a little harder. It's a little bit harder here. Then you can turn to the other direction now. That side, do the same thing. Get your foot pointing that way. Come down nice and slowly. Put your heels up. And you come down. Just like putting the weight going backwards. Just like this. Toes pointing that direction. You come down here. With your, bring your knees up. Tuck them in. Use the elbows and press down as far as you can. Try to bring your knees all the way up. All the way up. Your heels all the way up. Use the elbows and press down. This is one way to open up your hip. From here also. And you can also flop it like this. Just like this. Forces your hip to open up. Use the elbows and press down. Sometimes you can have somebody come, go behind you, stand up on your legs. One foot here, bring it in, and you can press down. Press down. Try to always pull yourself forward. Forward. If you can, try to come up, bring your toes up, press down, pull against far, try to come all the way down, try to touch your forehead to your knee. Sorry, your toes to your forehead. If you can. Come up, press down. Touch. Alright. Next good one you can do too. Come down on your knees. Turn your foot out, just like this. Put your hands forward and try to press down to the ground. Make sure your legs, not all the way out, make sure your legs are just semi out. Just like that. You'll sit up straight. If you can, try to eventually slide down and come here in front. Try not to have your butt up in the air. Try to have your butt as low as you can. Stretch here. It's one more way you can do to get into a straddle. Alright. No, trick is now when you go into the straddle now, what you have to do is very simple. You go in that same position I'll show you, which is here. Get that leg all the way around. And all you want to do now is just slide down. If you want, you can put on socks, depends on where you're at. If you're on the tile or whatever, you can put socks on, help you to slide down. You just want to slide, just like this. Just slide down. Slide down, slide down. And what you want to do, you want to kind of like lean forward a little bit. And so your hips are pushing back. You want to push, come forward. Throw your hips forward. And keep on your heel, make sure your toes are pointing directly up. And push your hips forward. You want to like kind of like lean a little bit forward. Keep that straight line going. You want to keep that straight line going. You want to slide down nice and slowly. Push your hips going forward still. Push your hips going out. Push them going forward out. Slide down. Slide down. Boom. Just like that. See? Just like that. So now just kind of get the toes going backwards. Toes going backwards. Here. And you can repeat again. So when you want to repeat, come up. Second time you should be a little more looser now. So you come here, go back in your toes, slide down, 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 down. Here. So when you're nice and slowly, push your hips going outwards. Don't have your butt up in the air. Push your hips, keep pushing forward. Slide down, down, kind of downwards, kind of push forward, down, 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 into it. Just like that. The toes pointing up in the air, just like that. Straddle right here. Now you can test yourself by going side to side. Over here, take your hand, bring it over, grab your toe, and down, touch. Next side, try to keep that straddle. Bring your hands over here, grab your toes, down, touch. Back here, up, repeat again. I usually go 3 sets at least. At least 3 times you're trying to go down. So third time should just be able to just slide down now. So you get everything lined up. You just slide down nice and easy. Slide down nice. Get the hips out. Hip popping out. Hips popping out. Slide down nice and easy. Boom. Just like that. Straddle. Toes pointing up. Knees flat. Back straight. Okay, so that was a straddle split. Okay, so toes pointing out. Make sure your hip is pushing out. Okay, get the hip pushing outwards. So you're not going to have your butt in the air or your hip pushing back. You want to push forward. That's going to force you to stretch the hips and to open up the hips. That's why I showed you the foot. Show you the exercise with your foot going outwards. Alright, it forces you. Once your ankle turns outwards, it's automatically going to push your hips out. Alright, check out WayneGetchu.com. You guys can subscribe, comment, rate these channels, and keep on stretching, keep on kicking. Gross.